And after speaking in the app, if they want to speak personally, then more charge. Then you want to hold this thing, more charge. Like this, it's all crazy. See, the point is that there is the platform of body, means the platform of mind, and then there is platform of soul. Okay. So, in Bhagavad Gita, when Krishna surrenders, so when Arjuna surrenders, Krishna gives him 3 instructions first, before talking anything. He gives him 3 instructions. You know what are the 3 instructions? Very, very important instructions. What are 3 instructions? You know? First 3 instructions. What is first instruction of Krishna to Arjuna? Bhagavad Gita. What is the first instruction?
Krishna to teach.
What is that?
You honor this body?
Huh?
You honor this body?
No, that all came later. Before talking about you are not this body, he gave 3 preliminary instructions. See, in order to understand you are not this body, first of all you should know this. If you don't know this, you cannot even think about I am not this body and all.
Occupational duty.
No.
Dishonor will come down to run.
Right. Yes.
Me, all these kings, they have been, they forget that we are eternal.
First, what is the first instruction?
10th verse. 10th verse.
He said, Asociyan annasocastam pragyavadamsa bhasase katasam agatasam se nanasochanti panditaha. The first instruction which Krishna gives to Arjuna is stop talking nonsense. Okay? Don't lament based on this body. As long as you're lamenting based on this body, you can't listen anything. Oh, my body is like this, oh, my body is like that, oh, this is happening to my body, oh, that's happening to my body, oh, this body, oh, that body. Stop talking nonsense, stop lamenting. This is the first instruction he gave. The second instruction? What is the second instruction? What is that instruction? Translate it into an instruction. Like I said, stop talking nonsense. Don't lament for the body. What is the second instruction?
They are not dying.
Huh?
You are eternal, they are eternal.
No. He didn't go all that.
The body is always changing.
Then?
Sober person is
And don't be disturbed by
Don't be disturbed by bodily change. It's a very, very important instruction. Because whole of our life we are disturbed by bodily change. A young boy or a young girl, they become teenager, they become so disturbed. What is the disturbance? Only due to bodily change. Something which is not there in the body is all coming up. And some hormone is acting, so they get so disturbed by bodily change. And same way when the teenager becomes young man or young woman, they become so disturbed by bodily change. So disturbed. They think, oh, this is good, that's good, this is bad, that's bad. No. And then that man becomes a middle-aged man, he becomes so disturbed by bodily change again. He's thinking, oh, my hair is becoming white, oh, this is put dye, put this, put that. Then when middle-aged man become old man, he became again so disturbed by bodily change. Oh, go to doctor, eat this tablet, that. Throughout our life, we are disturbed by the change of body. So if you want to think peacefully about Krishna consciousness, we should know this body is going to change. We should not be disturbed by it. If you are constantly thinking of this body change, oh now knee pain, oh now head pain, oh now stomach pain, oh now this pain, oh now that pain, or thinking that oh I am so beautiful, oh I am so wonderful, oh the lipstick is great, oh this is great, oh the hair dye is nice. You can't think of Krishna consciousness. So his second instruction is don't be disturbed by bodily change. He gave a third instruction. What is that?
Matra's version.
What? Change it in instruction.
Tolerate.
Yes. That don't try to enjoy happiness, don't try to mitigate distress, just simply tolerate. Because this is the third activity of human being in life. What is that? Enjoying happiness and mitigating distress. So these 3 activities constitute material life. You understand? What constitutes material life? Lamenting for the body, getting bewildered by the bodily change, and enjoying happiness, mitigating distress. These three activities contain material life.
Can you repeat? Lamenting for body.
Lamenting for the body, bewildered by bodily changes, enjoying happiness, mitigating distress. These three activities constitute material life. Is it clear? Unless one stops this, one cannot think about Krishna consciousness. You are not this body and all is coming later. So first of all, one should stop this nonsense. Then you can think that I am not this body, I am spirit soul, I am servant of Krishna, my spiritual master, etc., etc. You can think after that. If you are simply bewildered or if you are simply within these three things, you can never think about spiritual life. That is the problem with devotees today. They are not coming out of these three things. You understand? That's why they keep on talking.
So what should be our duty? I mean, as whatever.
It depends. We can work according to our empowerment. See, we can't work beyond our empowerment.
Yeah.
Okay. We can work according to our empowerment. And especially if someone is disturbed, if you go and tell him that these three things, they will throw stones on you. So, we should tell these things to people when they are not disturbed. We should tell them that this is what will take you to Krishna consciousness. Don't be disturbed. These things will happen. So when they are not disturbed, when they are sober, we should tell them all these things.
Then they don't come only.
Okay?
They come only when they're disturbed.
Yeah, I know. But I'm saying that when people are not disturbed, when they are sober, then these things should be told to them. See, the problem is that in modern ISKCON, we are not focusing on basic philosophy. We want to talk about this Acharya, we want to talk about das Acharya, we want to talk about so many very fancy things. But we are not looking at basic applicational philosophy. That I can read so many Acharya commentary, that's okay, fine. But if I still don't know that these three things constitute material existence, and if I don't try to consciously come out of it, what is the use of reading 10,000 books? That is why Rupa Goswami says that reading too many books is not good. One should sincerely try to understand I am not this body. And in order to understand I am not this body, one should try to understand what is the defect. What is stopping a person to identifying himself with the body. These three things are stopping a person. As long as these three things are there, he will always identify himself with the body. Okay?
The devotee shouldn't do any of these three things.
Ideally, we should not do.
We are affected by problems in the body, diseases. I am not taking hair going white or such basic thing like diseases and then distresses.
Okay, it will come, it will go. Why to make some big fuss about it? If you get sick, go to doctor, eat some medicine and then get well and get on. No, get on with life. You can't say that, oh no, I got disease, no, what will you do? Oh, I have cold, I have sore throat, if I talk then I have to cough. Okay, if you talk, you have to cough. You drink hot water and talk. What is the big deal? See, many years back, one time ILS happened. Okay. During that ILS, Bhattacharya Maharaj was there. And there was ILS Pandal in front of Mahaprasadam area, and Bhattacharya Maharaj was supposed to come and do Kirtan. Night, ILS, evening time, no program, only Kirtan. So it was a Kirtan Pandal. Every day somebody will come and do Kirtan. That day Bhattacharya Maharaj was scheduled to do Kirtan. Okay. But that day he had very heavy fever. And I do medical services in Mayapur. So when somebody gets sick, I come to know. So I sent doctor, and then we gave him medicine and everything. Okay, and the doctor told that please don't go for kirtan today. You're too weak. You please rest today. Tomorrow you have to again give class and so many things you have to do. So you take rest. Okay. So then Maharaj also said okay. And then the doctor called me and said, I met Maharaj. He's too sick. I told him to avoid going to kirtan, and I told him to take rest and everything. So I said okay. Then for something I was going during the same time. For something I was going into the temple, and then I saw one big group coming, and in that group, in the center, Maharaj was there. He was surrounded by all his disciples, and he was coming. And I was looking at him. Are you supposed to take rest? He's going, and he saw me, and then he stopped. And I smiled at him, and then I paid obeisance to him, and then I asked him, Maharaj, you are sick? He said, yes. He said, Maharaj, doctor saw you? He said, yeah, he saw me. He gave medicine, I took medicine. He said, Maharaj, doctor told me that you are supposed to take rest. And you agreed to take rest? He smiled at me, and then he said, Hari Leela, we are supposed to die chanting the holy name. And then he went off. So, we should understand that we should not make some big deal of this body. Okay? It is there. And it is there. You can't avoid it. So we should not make some very big deal about this body. But these things nowadays, people don't understand. They make such a big deal about this body. That's why, they have to speak for hours together, and, you have to listen also. You are doing some great service.
No.
Okay, read 23.
The Supreme Lord, the Personality of Godhead, is always the benefactor of the surrendered souls. His activities are always enacted through his internal potency. Rama, or the goddess of fortune, I pray only to engage in his service in the creation of the material world, and I pray that I not be materially affected by my works, for thus I may be able to give up the false prestige of being the creator.
Yeah, this is second prayer. So what was his first prayer? His first prayer was empowerment for creation, doing the creation as it was before.
Yeah.
Okay? As before, he wanted to create. So that was his first prayer. His second prayer is that in the process of creation, he may not become proud. That's the second prayer. Okay. Okay. 24.
The Lord's potencies are innumerable. As he lies down in the water of devastation, I am born as the total universal energy from the navel lake in which the lotus sprouts. I am now engaged in manifesting his diverse energies in the form of the cosmic manifestation. I therefore pray that in the course of my material activities, I may not be deviated from the vibration of the Vedic hymns.
What is the third prayer?
Not be deviated from the
Vibration of the Vedic hymns. Okay. Next, please read.
The Lord, who is the supreme and is the order of all, is unlimitedly merciful. I wish that he may smilingly bestow his benedictions upon me by opening his lotus eyes. He can uplift the entire cosmic creations and remove our disjunctions by kindly speaking his directions.
So what is the fourth prayer?
giving instructions and directions.
The Lord should give instructions. Okay. So, okay, 26, read 26.
The sage Maitreya said, O Vidura, after observing the source of his appearance, namely the personality of Godhead, Brahma prayed for his mercy as far as his mind and words would permit him. Thus having prayed, he became silent, as if tired from his activities of penance, knowledge and mental concentration.
What is the relevance of these prayers of the monk to us?
We should not think ourselves the doers,
Okay.
but we have to depend on Krishna because he empowers us finally.
Okay.
Anything we can do.
Okay. What is the purpose of creation?
To retrieve the conditioned soul back to Krishna.
How to do it?
By devotional service.
What is the purpose of ISKCON?
The same. First, we have to get
For getting the system.
put our oxygen mask first, and then food for everybody. Yeah, the same.
Same.
Yeah,
No
same.
difference.
Yeah.
But
The purpose of creation and purpose of ISKCON is same.
same.
Is this clear?
Yes.
Who is the manager of creation?
Manager is Brahmaji.
Huh?
Brahmaji.
Yeah. So ISKCON also has
Brahma Mother.
managers.
Yes.
No, ISKCON also has managers. All of us are managers in ISKCON. We manage different things, right? ISKCON also has managers. So every prayer of Brahma is relevant to every manager of ISKCON. So, management of universe and management of ISKCON is not different. You should understand this very clearly. Anybody who is in management position in ISKCON, they will be managing a small, group of devotees in a counselor group or in a bhakti rickshaw or whatever you want to call it. You want some study group or preaching group or youth group or whatever oldies group, whatever group you want to call, or they will be managing some huge project which is millions of dollars worth in ISKCON. It doesn't matter. We are doing the same thing. We are doing the same thing. So whatever risk Brahma has outlined in his prayers, we are also facing the same risk.
Yes.
You understand? Whatever risk Brahma has outlined in his prayers, in being a manager, Brahma is a manager, okay? His job has certain risk and certain rewards. So, he is outlining his risks in his prayer. That what is the first risk he outlined?
Be proud.
No,
You will get attached.
no.
Proud is not the first one.
What was the first prayer?
For empowerment of the creation.
Yeah. The first risk he is talking about is that due to lack of empowerment, he may do things which are not as before.
Yeah.
Means that he may introduce deviations. Prabhupada told his followers that maintain whatever I gave you as it is. So if we are not sincere in seeking our empowerment, we may start international society for our own consciousness. We may not be part of international society for Krishna consciousness.
What was the point that you said before that, Prabhu, about our own consciousness?
I said that we may start international society for our own consciousness. Because Prabhupada told us to keep the mood and mission of the society same. And if we don't understand, if we don't seek empowerment in proper way, we may simply dilute the whole philosophy of ISKCON. And we may start introducing deviations which, at our own level, we may start introducing deviation. We don't have to be some big guru or some big person to introduce deviation. We may have 10 followers and we may introduce some deviation to those 10 followers. So that's the first risk. What is the second risk?
Proud.
Pride. The second risk. Yes. What is the third risk?
Deviate from Vedic career.
Vedas, deviation from Vedas.
We may stop being in touch with Prabhupada's books. We may think that, oh, now I am senior, I don't have to read Prabhupada's book. I already read everything. I already know philosophy. Why should I read Prabhupada's books? This is for all beginners, new bhakta, they should read Prabhupada. We may just stop reading Prabhupada books. We may say, oh, I don't have time. I am very busy manager. Nobody is more busy than Brahma. And he is saying that let me not deviate from the path of vibrating the Vedic hymns. He wants to read the books of his founder Acharya. And we may think that we don't have time to read Prabhupada books. And when we don't read Prabhupada books regularly, and we don't keep in touch with Prabhupada's Vani, then
We get deviated from
we will simply deviate. We'll simply deviate. We'll simply deviate. So then, what is the fourth?
direction. Prayers for direction.
Direction. We should never consider ourselves so big that we don't require direction. You know, in English there is a phrase, it's called alone in the top. Means we are surrounded by people who are junior to us. And they are all glorifying us. Oh, you are a Mahatma. Oh, you are a great man. Oh, you did this. Oh, you did that. Oh, you are pure devotee. Oh, next to Prabhupada, you are the greatest man. Oh, you know Bhagavatam very well. Oh, you are great lecture giver. Oh, you are great listener. We should never put ourselves in a situation where we are not accountable to authority. This is the most dangerous thing to do in spiritual life. The most dangerous thing to do in spiritual life. What is that? You put yourself in a situation where you are not accountable to any authority. Yes.
But most of the time we are not accountable. Nobody is sitting on our head. I mean, everybody, our seniors are also so busy in their life. Even if we want to talk to them, it would be like an appointment or, there has to be some structure we have to approach them. We can't talk to them, so easily. Even, moving here to Mayapur, I have to I have to arrange time and, because seniors are so busy.
So, you are having, let us say, a person, not you, a person is having a serious cardiac problem, okay? And the best cardiac surgeon in that place is very busy, okay? It is very difficult to get his appointment, okay? So, therefore, this fellow will die.
We make an effort to get
He will pull every damn string he knows to make sure that he gets that appointment. We should be like that. Because if there is no accountability, we will die.
But we feel sad for the seniors also because they are already over.
That is their problem.
That is problem. Okay. That is fine. Because I was feeling that, they are so busy. How to trouble them so much?
No. Let them tell that don't trouble me. It's okay.
Which is the fourth risk of Brahma? I didn't have the time to Right.
The fourth risk of Brahma was that, fourth prayer of Brahma was that he constantly wanted direction from the Lord. So, the risk is that if you don't seek direction, if you don't make yourself accountable, then you will fall down. You will fall down. It's only a matter of time. So we should not think, oh, Brahma is sitting in lotus, he's praying, okay, what he's doing, let him do, let's read and let's get on with life. Whatever risk Brahma is facing, same risk we are also facing. Okay? So whatever prayer Brahma is doing, the same prayers are relevant for us also. That's why it is there in Bhagavatam. When we are in a preaching institution, we are always exposed to risk. Okay, we are not Bhajananandis. Bhajananandis have a different type of risk. Goshtianandis have a different type of risk. Okay, we are not Bhajananandis. We are not facing the risk of Bhajananandis. But we are facing the risk of Goshtianandis. A preaching institution is full of risk. And a preaching institution, it deals with many people, it deals with public, it deals with outside world. So we should keep ourselves accountable for our actions. We should be transparent in our actions and we should be accountable for our actions. We can't be very opaque in what we are doing, that nobody knows what we are doing. We can't be like that. Yes?
Brahma says also he was fearing for the water and so on. Does that is another risk or not? Can we relate that as another risk?
Can you repeat again? Little louder.
Brahma was saying he fears his environment.
Yes, yes.
Looking at the water and so on. Can we relate that as
Yes,
another
same.
risk?
Whatever risk Brahma is facing, we are also facing. He fears time factor, we should be also afraid of time factor. Okay. If we are the environment, we should be also afraid of environment. Everything Brahma is a manager. Okay. He is tasked with one task. What is that? He has to deliver himself and he should deliver others. Okay. We are also managers. We are also given the same task. We have to deliver ourselves and we have to deliver others. Okay. So there is no difference between Brahma's task and our task as job description. Brahma does it in large scale, we do it in a very minute scale. That's the only difference. The scale is the different, but job description is not different. So therefore, Brahma's risks are our risk. Brahma's prayers are our prayers. So we should be very, very careful, and we should very carefully study what Brahma is praying and what Brahma is saying about these things, because our life and death in Krishna consciousness depends on this.
So I have a question regarding leadership, where you said if I see some leadership who is not accountable or is not transparent, should I be choose to stay away?
See, there is circle of influence and the circle of concern. Okay, you can only work on a circle of influence. You cannot work on a circle of concern. So, if you work on a circle of influence, and if Krishna is pleased with you, he will bring people in circle of concern into a circle of influence.
Can you explain the circle of concern and circle of influence a little more elaborately? Yeah.
The last sentence of each prayer.